Good evening, fair citizens. This is the Mystic Avenger speaking. As you are aware, Christmas is almost upon us, and as I have mentioned before, and as you are aware, we have a few major problems facing our city. I have already begun initiatives through my contacts to start making a dent in two of those issues, and I now present two interim solutions to Victoria's greatest problem, and one of its other problems, and how you can finally help actually make a dent in some of the problems our city is facing. The first issue is to answer some individual prayers in this city. For those of you individuals who are stuck without hope and need a glimmer, you can write a message here with your prayers for the season, as I already have a group of contacts who are processing through some prayers of the local residents, and are talking to various of the city's businesses and institutions in the hopes of getting some of them answered. The first way that you, the average person, can help out this season, is to contact me through here, or via the cell phone number mentioned in my profile, and I will pass on to you a number of the prayers that come through. Talk to people you may know about how to answer some of these people's prayers in real terms. Remember, the whole concept of the kingdom of God, or a utopia, for those of you atheists and agnostics out there, is about each and every person trying to help their fellow man. So, please join me in attempting to answer an individual person's prayer in a way that is tangible and can give them just the boost they need to get themselves back on track. The second issue being faced, as everyone is aware, is the homelessness problem. Our city does not have enough shelters to provide for people this Christmas. As a result, that means at least a couple of thousand people who will not be able to get access to food, a place to stay, or even fellowship for this holiday season. The various shelters will be swamped this year, and unable to support everyone, owing to the housing problem which we have to wait for our government to solve. In the interim, however, the homeless face a major issue. Hence, for the moment, I am recommending a secondary solution to the homelessness issue. I am starting a program entitled Guest Rooms for the Homeless. This is the second way that you, as citizens, can help solve our city's problems. Basically, the program is as follows. Anyone who would be willing to give a guest room to a homeless person, at least for the Christmas season, please contact me through my YouTube profile. A time and place can then be arranged for you to meet with one of the unfortunate in our city so that you can provide them with a place to stay for the Christmas season at least. Now, I am already anticipating the following criticisms. It is unsafe. It is just for the Christmas season, so they will be homeless again after Christmas is over, and it will be only a temporary solution. Why should I have a homeless person drain my resources when there is already an economic slump, and it is as hard as it is? The homeless won't do anything with it and just become a burden, or they still want to accept it. The criticisms are addressed as follows. 1. I have contacts already working amongst the homeless community who know which ones are ones who are trying to get back on their feet and would honestly jump at an opportunity like this. 2. I hope this will only be temporary, also in that the pressure you are feeling from being charitable like this to the homeless will put pressure on the Campbell government to do something about the serious homelessness issue. So, I ask that the homeless person, you open your home to, if you choose to do so, be allowed to stay until the housing issue is dealt with. 3. In order to anticipate the prolonged burden they might face, it will be made quite clear to each and every homeless person who becomes a guest that they will at the very least have to pay part of what they make in busking, if not most of it, to the household, for the room and board they receive. 4. The ones who are honestly will be trying to get back on their feet will be able to find work easier now. By keeping them on as a guest, they will now be able to apply for normal jobs, and be able to chip in on house expenditures. 5. Consider that by having an extra working person living in your household, it eases the economic burden on you a bit by having more money coming in. In hard times like these, everyone needs to help each other out. So, once again, if you are interested in either of these two options, either reading through people's prayers and trying to help persuade people in the community to help answer them, or to open your home to a homeless person, at least for the Christmas season, and hopefully until the housing issue gets dealt with the proviso that they chip in to help maintain the household. Please contact me by leaving a message for me through my YouTube account, or by calling the cell phone number on my P. My profile page, which you can find simply by clicking my username. Remember, we have an apathy in our city that we can ill afford to keep now. But with the recent, continued, market crashes and economic slumps we are facing, not to mention the homelessness and other problems our city is facing, we all have to chip in to solve them. And no, just donating money isn't going to help, especially not when there just isn't the housing available to spend that money on. As Rudyard Kipling once said, and although we had plenty of money, there was nothing our money could buy, and the gods of the copybook headings said, if you don't work, you die. We must work together now to solve the city's problems using our own hands, until the government who we elected can get its act together to solve the problems for us. We are a community, and those in the community are supposed to help each other out. So let's do just that.